Hello, Rocco Fillmore here. Rocco Fillmore, isn't that a weird name? You know, it's like, did you ever like Google yourself? And go, is there anybody else named your name? Most people do. Have someone else with the same name, not me. The name Rocco, very Italian name, and Fillmore, British name, tend not to go together. They tend not to, it's like usually when you have a name Rocco, there's usually an Italian name following it, or Fillmore tends to have a very kind of average name like John, Michael, you know, Matthew kind of name, very kind of average, everyday name. That's not seen as kind of different. But Rocco is kind of different. When people are like, hey, Rocco, then they kind of like, gotta make it like a mobster's name. It's like, come on, man. All right. The original Saint Rocco was not a mobster. He was a saint. He was some guy who was born in France in like what, the 1400s, 1500s, and he did good things. So, and he was sainted. Oh, what did we call him when he became a saint? Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. And it's like rock. Rock's awesome. Rock's hard. Wouldn't you want to be named after a rock instead of like a marshmallow? I'd rather be named Marshmallow. Good. Rocks are hard and steady and rock steady. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. Why not, right? It's always that's kind of a thing with South Africa. People always give their kids weird names in South Africa. I don't know why they do that. They do that in Britain too. You got like this very British last name, and then the first name is some weird name. It's very kind of, like Wolf or some weird name or some, like you're very British, but you give me your kid at some kind of like Pierre, like which is not even French, but that's what happened with me. I'm very Italian for his name. I think my mom had Italian descent, but we went like Italian by culture, so South Africa. So she named me that. But Rocco. So my father wanted to name me Rockefeller, after John D. Rockefeller. So I think they kind of compromised with Rocco. I think that's why it happened. But then Rockefeller Fillmore. Imagine that, Rockefeller Fillmore. It's kind of one of those pretentious names, isn't it? Rockefeller. Yeah. So okay. So let's see. I was gonna try to be like all nonchalant in this video, like let me be funny, let me show you how funny I am. I'm funny. I'm funny. I don't know. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Can't talk about it. I don't know. Yeah. One thing I just noticed that I've noticed on the internet or anywhere, when you're like really talented and you got a artistic talent, people will either love you for it or they'll hate you for it. And most of the time, they'll kind of hate you for it. I mean, I see these women on Twitch or men, but I go into women's chats more than men, so I don't really see it. And these women who do art and they draw, and they're really good, and they tend to get less viewers, and they're beautiful, equally beautiful as the hot tub streamers, but yet the hot tub streamers will get more viewers, and these girls who do art and stuff, and they're very, you can tell they're creative, and they get like maybe less than 100 viewers. Some of them get like 50, but they're still happy. They're still happy like with their 50 viewers. Some get 30 viewers on average, but then you get these kind of hot tub streamers who aren't really that talented. Not really. I mean, come on, I don't know, but they don't really show the talent. They get like 10,000 viewers. And then you get the men viewers on Twitch. Obviously, they just talk about politics or whatever. I'm like thinking, listening to what they're saying. I'm like, there's nothing brilliant. And they get like 75,000 viewers on average. Some of them. And then the most popular viewer on Twitch, he gets like what? A few 100,000 people viewing, or maybe 1,000. He gets about like almost like about 90,000 on average, and it's like he doesn't do anything brilliant. It's like so the internet teaches me a lot. I never even knew that. I always thought Well, the more smart and brilliant you are, the more people will love you and be drawn to you and love you. But no, I would just from the internet, it's taught me that no, people get jealous of you. Everybody wants to be a musician. Everybody wants to be able to write songs. I can write songs. I can do it. I can do it very easily. And it's almost like people see you do it, and they don't want to be like, oh, that's so great. I love you for that. You have a talent I don't have. Let me love you for it. No, they get jealous and they kind of don't want to be. It's almost like you kind of. Then they rather focus on some idiotic stuff, on things, animals who can't really, or they give likes to animals who can't really know that they're getting likes or understand it. So it's not for the animal's sake. It's more for your own, the way you feel about them. You go, I like them because animals don't judge. I think it's like, why do people? I think that's what it is, right? That's the thing about people that we don't like, because we know they judge us. Then they kind of, so we feel like animals don't judge us. Is that why we like animals? Now imagine if animals could talk. Imagine if animals could talk. See, that's the thing about humans. That's the thing that makes it's our ability to speak, to say things. Yeah, that's what makes people hate us. And then we judge. Like with animals, we don't feel like they're judging us because they can't really, but they're judging each other. Dogs will judge other dogs. You can just tell. They're always growling at each other. You see a dog on the side of the street, and then you always see they start looking at each other. And then people with the dog just keep trying to keep moving, and the dog keeps looking back at the other dog. That's kind of how people are. But people love dogs. Like dogs hate other dogs, but they love us. It's an interesting kind of thing. We always love things that are different. We don't love our own kind, but we love others. From other countries, more than we love people in this country. We treat our homeless worse than people who come in from other countries who are homeless. Or something like that. It's a weird kind of a way of being. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. Yeah. So what was this whole thing about? I'm just talking about. I don't know. The way people. Oh yeah, the popularity. Yeah, it's like. It's like always. I always look at those threads. Any kind of post, and I'll see how many likes people get on each thing, each comment they make. I go, and you look at the most popular one, and you go, man, this should be brilliant. Forgetting all those likes. I bet you this post is really brilliant. And they just look at this average, obvious kind of statement. Like you would look at some kind of on YouTube, someone's commenting on a song, and they'll be like, "Man, that song is great. It's one of the best songs ever." And then you're like about 1,000 likes on it. Okay, you like it, and you just stated the obvious, like, nothing. There's no wit in that. Nothing. Just stating. But yeah, it gets a lot of likes. It's like just stating the obvious. Because people can understand that, I guess. Like, I like it too. I guess I'll give you a like. For saying that. Or something like that. It's just, yeah. It's rare that I see someone get rewarded with a lot of likes for being brilliant. For like, this is brilliant. It's always like mediocrity gets rewarded for being mediocre. It's almost like people feel sorry for the mediocrity, and then they are the mediocrity, and they're like, this is like me. This is something I would say. So I will support it and give it a like. I think that's what it is. People just supporting people just like themselves. To be honest, it is. I mean, I'm not. That's the evidence leads to it. Nothing's for sure, but just the evidence leads to it. It's like you see those videos that go viral, and it's nothing. It's not like someone's solving some kind of mathematical problem that's like super hard, or coming up with cures for stuff. Now, imagine someone came up with a cure for stuff on a video for like the worst stuff, cancer or whatever. Imagine, would I get a lot of likes? Probably not. People would be like, "This not even know that's happening." There's so many different things like in medicines that people come up with new kind of things that no one even knows that it's even happening. Brilliant people come up with brilliant stuff. There's a cure for this? No, you didn't know because you don't care. But it's brilliant. Someone brilliant came up with it. It's like it's almost like those iPhones. Some brilliant people coming up with that technology. It's probably alien technology that we stole. But humans are adapting it to, and then they keep doing. Do you know the people who create those things? Who are doing that kind of thing? Who's coming up with the new technology? No, you don't even care. No, just the face head, just Steve Jobs or whoever else is in charge of Apple, or something like that, or what I mean, or the great TV shows. All these great, you watch a TV show, and there's some great writing on it. You go, I like this TV show because this writing is really good. Well, you don't even care who wrote it. You're not gonna go and put a picture of that writer on your wall and go, oh my God, I want to worship him because he's so brilliant. No, just like the lead star who's handsome or pretty, and they're so pretty. And like you thinking they're writing that stuff. They just show up and just say the words. Come on, that. But there it is. That's how it is. See, people don't really admire brilliance and smartness. They don't. They don't admire creativity really, unless they like the band you're in and you kind of look good. So they like you because you look good and you're singing some songs they like. But it's more about the way you look. I think that the musical industry has figured that out. So sometimes they'll take someone who's really good looking and has a decent voice and dance a little, but can't write, and then they'll just kind of give them songs, have someone write it for them. Maybe they can't sing that great, but then they can fix that in the studio, and then then you got a successful band there. You sell it with the face, and then you got someone in the back who no one knows write it. Yeah. Isn't that like Milli? That was like Milli Vanilli, wasn't it? Isn't that how they were? That was like, yeah, they were just the face thing, and everybody else, someone else was doing all the singing and everything else. That's like the very good example of that. Who wrote those songs that Milli Vanilli had hits with? No one knows. No one knows. No one knows. Okay. Yeah, so, okay, this is it. Isn't this a nice informative video that I'm coming up with here? No preconceived notions or anything. All my videos, I had no idea what I'm going to talk about until I say it. And I was going by really fast without a helmet on. I saw it. Yeah, a lot of windows in the room on the other side. Like a whole line of windows so I can see out. But I won't show you because I don't want you being weird. You will be weird. Nah, you won't. But I feel that. People are not getting weird. Because humans tend to get weird.